You looking to go more than one game. More than one game with. I didn't even care who was with. I want to go more than one game. Multiple teams with more than one game. That'd be a better way to play. I don't know, man. Let's go. Let's get it going. Nope. Championship game is Saturday, Sunday. Who y'all got? I got
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
It's going to be an absolute shootout, a war game over there. So I don't know, man.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
That I'm on now.
Second and 12.
For Monday, man, we got first flag football, first time playing flag football.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
It's now third down.
On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. The pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Steven Sims set to return it for Washington. Fielded at the 20. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
But that's good, man. That's focus on this game that we on right here now.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal should
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 33 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
At their own 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Buying time to his left. And this one's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Parker, incomplete. Brings up third down and
on play action. Here's Tua. They'll roll him out right. He can run to a hit, and the ball is out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
the Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Flushed out right. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. 12-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Now left side on the swing pass. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant, 41 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, Staten, great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Throwing again, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on third down, Smith. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
All you gotta do is pass that ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
That's all we gotta do is take a pass.
They snap it to Smith. And he finds McLaurin.
That is so ridiculous. That is so close. 5 Dolphins right
touchdown.
That is so ridiculous. It was
37 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Wow.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
That wasn't covered up. I don't
Dolphins 7.
That's crazy. It was 5 Dolphins.
With the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
No way. Wow.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Dolphins take over first and 10. At their own.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Loads of guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The throw right sideline here is complete, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
No, we can win this game.
Play action. Now it's Tua. It'll buy some time right. Going deep here for Parker.
Got him.
And this is taken in at the 5.
Got him.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 60 yards.
Dot him up, man.
And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Looking to pass.
Got it.
Tua. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Dolphins 15.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Let's go.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
All you gotta do is make them pass that ball. You even got that payoff on that last
out
play.
there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Come on.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
You good. You are good. I would do a stop.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Let's go.
2nd and 2.
Well, I see how he wants to do another. You gotta do another screen.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
Give me that. Come on, 51.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
That's what I need speed, man. That's what
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. A catch here, left side, Thomas. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Smith on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
And they work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Good.
To throw again, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
There we go. Get him again. Send him again.
Throwing again is Smith. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Xavier Howard on the coverage.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Washington.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
And again this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Antonio
give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Washington first down.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Goal, Washington.
Here's McKissick. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
Not like that.
Now, as you mentioned, they're down a
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up,
they'll fake it. Now Smith.
At the 36.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas. 36 yards. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
We got time back.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first one.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
The Dolphins
put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Oh, pick it up. Let's go. That's what I need right there. That's what I need right there.
And this is brought
pick it
all the way
up.
back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown, then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house. In just a matter of moments, 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Just like that.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Take it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with a football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Trying to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served.
On 3rd down, Gibson, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
You got to get that.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I want to spin a blitz.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
8-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down now. It's Gibson, and for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know. But that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
What a comeback, though. What a comeback.
It's now fourth down.
What kind of comeback, though? Well, took this L.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. 31. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that...
I'm Audi 1000. Let's go.